To perform my duties. See some action.
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the Senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic. We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon that city will be a reality, and we will be crowned its kings. Not better than kings. Gods.
You're gonna burn, all right.
Ну что ж, господа, всем привет, всем здравствуйте, с вами Скайтман. Сегодня у нас с вами что? Сегодня у нас с вами мемасы, наномашины и всякие такие вот штуки. Доброго времени суток. Привет, Хитеран. Привет, Ленсар. Здравствуйте. Поехали. Я тут жду пиццу привезут. Мне привезут пиццу, я поем пиццу. Вот, поэтому надо будет оторваться потом. А пока что поехали. Привет, Ленсар, Хитеран. Наномемасы. Воу-воу-воу. Что случилось? Ну да, логично. Наверное. Ща, сек. Пупи-папи попа-папа попи буби буби баби попа буби беба буба 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 буба. Не понял. Что началось? Так. Начинается. Только Аяка. А что только Аяка? Оставшееся количество дней. 40 дней. Багуля. Так, и чё, какая у меня версия? Вау. Мяу. Ща, секундочку, ребят. У меня, короче, почему-то не хочется спускаться внезапно. Патча нет, а бана заканчивается, поэтому будет теперь только Яка. Да, я понял. Почему это произошло, я понял. Ау! Тан-тан-ту-та-ди-тан. Пам-пу-пем-па-пу-пи-пем. Пам-пум-па-пу-пам. Пок-пек-па-пу-пи-пек. Пак-пу-пок-па-пу-пи-пек. Кто-то там шпабубилек. Дела сделала. Киса дела. Так. Пак-пупек, папупипок, пупок, пупок, пак, пук, папупипек. Какой у нас там был? Ну, допустим, вот этот. Копировать Б. Гомес. Вот, Али какой-то. Ага. Так, кажется, мы сейчас решим проблему, ребят. Мяу. О! Кисные звуки. Нелиска, застой. Ну да. Вон оно в чем дело-то. Я понял. Твою мать. Короче, у меня антивирус рубил кэк. Вот в чем фишка. Я так думаю, все, но сейчас посмотрим. В этот раз он пока поиграет. Там уже посмотрим. Блин, да чего стильная загрузочный экран, конечно. Ну или меню. Поехали. Ах, да, я же играл с джойстиком. В эту игру я уже и забыл. Думаю, что-то не хватает чего-то. Джойстик, кстати, это геймпад. Абсолютно правы вы. Я оговорился. Зачем пиццу? Ну сколько весит-то? Не особо. Минимальную взял. С пепперони, всякой там ветчиной, сыром. Он еще живой, что ли, там? Как можно питься с рыбой? По-моему, как-то мне не зашло. Да ё-моё! Это что, руку я тебе не отрезал, типа, считается? Или типа он не кибер, потому что это коп. Ну, условно говоря, у него не в руке содержится. Непонятно, короче. Отсылочка к цензуре в играх. Keep out. Неплохо, неплохо. Так, сейчас секундочку, наверное, на веб-конь перенести. Выкат. Да, товарищ. А вот так зацензуем. Sleep and Pet, Number Pig, здравствуйте. Нет, фак. Есть, товарищ.
The road is blocked by barricades. We will proceed through the buildings. You will follow me.
Окей. Ого! И чё это? Эх. Две бибики были. Пулемяки. Бибики. Да я же увернулся.
HQ, requesting the zone be designated for heightened security. Roger. Upgrading security status.
Хильку хочется. Хочется. High security, да, уже. Слушай, да это было 0, уже и стало 2. Fair enough. А, прям даже так. Жестко. Вот.
We intercepted call for backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar. You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
PT Bank. Что такое PT? Зайку, блин, не делать. Это да.
Here comes more of them.
Что там, какие звонят? Сейчас, секундочку. Идти-ка сделаю мини Silent Hill. Долго они. Нужно опору разрушить. А во. К слову, а что это чувак с нами вообще решил связаться, сказав таки, вот, значит, его вызвали отсюда. Какого черта? Он же типа... мы с ними там все отношения порвали, потому что они отказались нам помогать. Ну, в этом деле. Кто такой звонит? Типа, вот, там, короче, последует свой солитоновый радар. Сейчас будем болтать. А, вот он даже исчез отсюда, лол. Просто оставили дефолтную фразу, я понял.
I trust you do not mind my telling George about you, Raiden.
Could have done without that, Doc. He didn't need to know I was here.
Well, there was no reason to conceal that from him. My intention was not to impugn you. He has a right to know. It's not as if he can simply fly over there and meddle in your affairs.
It's throwing off my emotional balance, Doc. Things like that can negatively impact the mission, you know?
However do you mean? You did the right thing, did you not? There's nothing to be ashamed of. George has the best body we can give him right now. And the rest of the children are also safe. And quite content too, I should add. It was your quick decision-making that saves them, Raiden. George's body will require regular maintenance, not to mention a replacement upon reaching adult age. But the expense is more than worth it.
You planning on signing him up with a PMC? Because that's the only job we're good for, far as I can tell.
Oh, you are quite mistaken there. Just consider it. The power of a machine matched with the nimbleness and creativity of a human. The construction and public works possibilities alone are endless. I saw a news piece on German TV just the other day about a cyborg plumber, in fact. Let's not forget about elder care either. One needs great strength to bathe and care for the bedridden. But it's also very delicate work, if you follow. Not the sort of thing you'd leave to a machine.
Sounds great. So long as we don't start replacing the old folks' bodies too, just because they're old.
A valid concern, yes. I recall reading a comic like that once. An old farmer created a cybernetic body to fight evil military scientists and so on.
Yeah. But can't George do anything besides physical labor, though?
Oh, he has every right to choose another path. If he opts not to take advantage of his body's physical strength, he's free to pursue academia instead. His body provides a completely ideal chemical environment for his brain, after all. I can certainly see how that would prove handy in the realm of higher education. The only problem would be how to cover the costs. The issue of student loan debt in the US is thorny enough already, even for normal students.
Yeah. All this stuff's not just George's problem, though. All the other brains I'm gonna rescue will have to deal with it, too. Giving them bodies won't be the end of their problems. It'll be the beginning.
Indeed. On a happier note, though, excellent work in bringing George's lower body back. Now he'll very likely be able to produce children in the future. Bravo!
Лол. Каким образом? Вообще, прикольно, прикольно, интересно.
I trust you're not still upset, Raiden.
About telling George about me? Look, let's just drop it, okay?
Gladly. I'm just glad I was able to assist you in operating the cryopreserver anyway.
I know, Doc.
Not that it's so difficult. With that pipe, you simply immerse the organs in the artificial plasma inside.
Yeah? I wouldn't think it was so easy to keep organs alive. How's it work, anyway?
Oh, it's quite simple, really. It uses chilled nanomachine-infused artificial plasma. That suppresses the metabolism and regulates the oxygen intake of whatever is stored inside. The nanomachines are fully self-pumping. Once hemoglobin is detected in the local environment, they release a flow of plasma into the organ where the body's original plasma is still present. When George's body was inserted into the storage cabin, artificial blood, chilled nearly to freezing point, automatically flowed in at the points of amputation. This dropped the internal temperature of the parts from 36 to 10 degrees centigrade. The result? The effective suppression of all metabolic activity. The plasma was also fine-tuned to keep the SpO2 level inside the organs at 90% or above. The synergetic effect of all this allowed the brain to reach the regenerative treatment facility quickly, before any cell tissue was damaged at least. A most effective device, I must say. A micro gas turbine engine enables it to operate completely autonomously as a standalone unit. Would have been tough to lug over to the hospital otherwise.
Truly state-of-the-art indeed. I suspect it cost as much as a well-stocked emergency ambulance.
At the risk of speaking inappropriately, this group certainly knows how to use its budget.
Guess I should be glad these guys have got so much money to throw around.
Да, это нам повезло.
So, autonomous gears against remote gears? Which one do you think's got the advantage?
Well, you cannot make a valid comparison between the two so easily, you know. You must take the relative specs of the models into account, the skills of the operator, and so forth.
I suppose so.
All things considered, remote gears do indeed hold the advantage, in most cases at least.
And I get the feeling you're gonna tell me why.
This type of remote weapon can be traced back to Germany, you know. World War II. The Wehrmacht employed a remote-controlled mine called Goliath, with tank-like treads on either side. The operator could send it over 600 meters into enemy territory before detonating its payload.
Germans certainly did have a knack for weird
Это
new weapons
реальность?
back then.
If I may continue. Now, UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, began to proliferate in the 90s. They were equipped with cameras, enabling the operator with a much greater degree of control. But it took 20 more years before autonomous craft would gain wide acceptance.
Makes sense. The AI wasn't good enough until just recently, right?
Correct. Target location and course correction were not a problem, of course. GPS solved all that. But target selection or base defense, these types of objectives require extremely complex AI routines. It was only with the advent of optical neuro-AI that such a thing became possible. Neuro-AI was developed using a completely new paradigm in computer architecture, you know. Not the von Neumann model, which served as a standard up till that point. Neuro-AI was modeled after the human brain. It can learn and mature entirely on its own.
Like the Patriot's AI, just on a smaller scale.
Indeed. It cannot copy or rewrite data, but the structure does solve several problems quite well. The frame and symbol grounding problems, to be exact. It gives the AI flexibility within unknown states. But such a system still lags behind the average human in speedy decision-making. Also, as they cannot converse, they cannot demand or accept surrender. or avoid such unnecessary conflict. And as you know, such tactics are often the most effective strategy for victory. So yes, the fact that they do not require a human soldier as a pilot is an advantage, purely in terms of resources. But in a hypothetical battle between two identical UGs, the remote gear tops the autonomous model, no question.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind.
Of course, even the remote gears have some AI these days to handle balance and other minor details. So, the line between remote and autonomous UGs grows less and less distinct every day.
Прикольно. Ой, там ссылка кривая. Судя по Википедии, Мингалиар существовала. Ой, нифига. Прикольно.
I trust you're not still upset, Raiden.
About telling George about me? Look, let's just drop it, okay?
Gladly. I'm just glad I was able to assist.
I know.
Not that it's so difficult.
Yeah? How's it?
Oh, it's enough. When this supply, the sin would have been
Truly,
That's a...
guess I...
Your earlier actions were reckless, Raiden. Not to mention the damage to a perfectly good car.
I knew the risks when I decided to go through with this. Besides, the car was mine. Maverick sold it to me. It's not meant for private use. It was made for ops like this.
Regardless, your approach has proven most antagonistic. You are now a criminal, a public enemy, a police-killing vigilante. Even if your actions reveal World Marshal's designs, you will be unable to avoid legal punishment.
Probably not. But that's a price I'll have to pay. I gotta stop that VR program and get those kids back. I sealed my fate the second I attacked George.
But George is not dead. In fact, he has obtained an even more versatile body than his previous one.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about me. I was a child soldier in Liberia, like Miss Trawl said. I was a mentally deranged child. People feared me, called me Jack the Ripper.
A result of the so-called Sears program.
I thought I'd left it all in the past. But just like that, Jack came roaring back.
This is why you are so driven to terminate the VR training? I understand. I will continue to cooperate.
Copy that.
I am setting goal markers on your Soliton radar. Use them to follow me through this area.
Good boy.
I will ignore the condescension and take that as a compliment. You are welcome.
So, how much do you know about how Desperados operated?
I was at the lowest possible tier of information disclosure, beneath standard contractors. As it was explained to me, contractors need at least some information divulged to them. I did not. As a machine, I had no contract and no rights. I was kept in the dark. My knowledge is no deeper than what is already generally known throughout the industry.
Couldn't you hack into their network or something? You're an AI.
Perhaps, if I had free access to a computer. Also, hands. Those are necessary to operate.
Yeah,
А
but
кабель?
you are a computer.
It is not so simple. There are protocol issues. Neuro AIs are far closer in structure to the human brain than standard von Neumann architecture computers.
Well, I would have tried anyway. Did you have contact with anyone besides Miss Trawl?
I engaged in tandem field operations with Sam on several occasions. However, he was even more difficult for me to comprehend than Mistral.
I bet. So you said it took 3 years to learn how to speak, right? Given enough time, could any AI be taught that too?
I cannot assert that. A neuro AI is only capable of learning new things, not growing and replenishing its own cells. Thus, each neuro AI is equipped with a predetermined capacity that cannot be altered. My AI contains 90 billion neurons, more than a human being. A normal LQ-84 model possesses only 1.6 billion.
That's a big difference.
Relatively, yes. I doubt any amount of learning period would enable an LQ-84 to speak. It would be similar to attempting to teach a dog how to converse. A combination of appropriate instruction and an ample neuron count are required to accomplish the feat.
So if someone else made a neuro AI with the same capacity or more...
Other AIs as conversant as I are a possibility. Yes, robotic pets with neuro AIs are already on the market. And I understand research and development are underway to create a model capable of conversation. Do not be surprised if such a pet becomes available before too long.
If that becomes commonplace, hard to imagine.
Is it? The human race has willingly
Так ли уж сложно представить-то, действительно.
so far. Steam engines, electricity, the internet, cyborgs. Perhaps the day will come when conversing with AIs, too, is considered perfectly normal.
Maybe. As normal as being a cyborg is now, at least.
The most significant challenge would be in crafting the appropriate training regimen. The only way to establish an effective learning system is through sheer trial and error. And it will take even more time to virtualize and optimize that system for mass production. One could say my own existence is due in no small part to simple luck. Of course, I was a failure as a weapon as well.
Failure or not, you're better off than an AI that knows nothing but how to fight.
I am pleased to hear you say that.
Я думал, он скажет, что, типа, лучше или хуже это оценочное мышление. Так, я докушал. Сейчас, секундочку. Пум. Кибербуллинг школьников радикально.
I am setting goal markers on your use.
Ага. Пипу-пупа, пипу-пипек. Готово. Видите последние 4 цифры вашей карты. Готово. Фосфорная граната.
Raiden, what's your status?
They trashed my car. I'll have to go the rest of the way on foot.
Do you really have to do this?
Look, I'm fed up with all of it. Companies like ours, yours, bend the laws when it suits business. Why not bend it when it can save innocent lives?
Raiden.
Boris, listen to me. That VR training, they'll be warped into killing machines. They'll be set on POWs, civilians. It'll be one atrocity after another.
Like what you went through.
We can't have any more Jack the Rippers. You saw what happened with George. I'm doing this, Boris. I have to. I can't save those kids from becoming cyborgs, but I can stop them from becoming murderers.
Say you succeed. Say you get all the brains back. Then what?
Just so happens I know a great cybernetic surgeon.
Doctor. But he cannot.
You won't change my mind, Boris. This is my fight now.
And your wife and son? What of them?
They're in New Zealand. Safe. Rose would understand why I have to do this.
All right, damn you. You do realize Marshall has the contract for law enforcement throughout the city. They are the law in Denver.
Yeah, we've met.
Well then. Officially, Maverick Incorporated condemns you and your actions as unlawful. And a pain in the asshole. Now, increase your codec encryption. Do not worry about the lag.
And unofficially?
I'll do all I can over the codec to help. I do not like what those mudaki are doing anymore.
Мудаки.
Спасибо, товарищ. Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Yes, товарищ.
Ей! Доступ получен. Б безопасности. О! Пупи-па-пу-пу-пу-пи-пи-пик. А так вот это почти незаметно. А, чё? Минус ПФ. А!
You will find an elevator inside that office. Use it to reach the roof. Traveling atop buildings will minimize enemy encounters.
Сидел в коробочке. Чудовище! Монстр! что людям спать мешаешь? Ты можешь спать? За кнопку закрыть ты лифт нажал.
Doc, what's your status?
I am reviewing the pre-flight checklist now. I have hired contractors to handle shipping the brain units. We should be airborne in just a few minutes.
You sure you can pilot that chopper by yourself?
Raiden, of course. Need I remind you that we live in the golden age of unmanned flight? Even manned helicopters possess a robust semi-automatic mode. It is simple, really. So simple that I can continue to monitor your status and world marshal security from the pilot seat. I must say, for the world's largest PMC, their security procedures are quite poor. Quite poor. Sadly,
Не еще не
I did
значит
not have the
лучший.
necessary permissions to override their plans. Nevertheless, the data I did find should prove most useful. So please, do feel free to contact me whenever you like.
Appreciate it, Doc.
Well, it's not every day one has the chance to collect so many brains. Think of the data, the research. Oh, and of course, your personal safety was a concern as well.
Чику, 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 чику. Сейчас будем болтать, болтать, чаек. Так. Чаек. Вертолеты.
Boris, I want to check how raising the codec encryption level affects transmission.
Copy. Reading you 5, Raiden. You?
Loud and clear. I'm seeing a reduction in peak power when sending. We're on a broader direct sequence spread spectrum?
Da. Frequency hopping pattern changed to blue 1.
Copy.
Interference still appears below process gain, too. Hell of a system. Worth every dollar. What is your processing load?
I pinged HQ data storage with my tactical data line. The increase in latency is below 5%.
Хорошо. In that case, it will not affect mission. Our system is just
Хорошо.
one notch below toughest security available. Denver police cannot see we are even transmitting at all. All our communication is perfectly safe.
Copy that. Boris, you got anything for me?
Hmm? What do you mean?
What do I mean? Intel, advice, help. What we always do over the codec.
Well, yes, but in this case we had no official prep time. We have the map of Denver, but no briefing notes, no intel on enemy capabilities. I wish I could be of more help, but, well, I have nothing to work with.
Логично.
I'm sorry, Raiden.
That's all right. I know you're doing whatever you can.
But what about your robot dog friend? He's taking on scouting duty for you, yes? Why not try contacting him?
Boris, you...
Hmm?
What do I mean?
Что ты имеешь в виду? Что мы, о чем мы обычно болтаем?
Jesus, Raiden, this is a little over the top. I mean, I've seen you pull some shit before, but this, it...
You should know me better than that by now, Kev.
I thought I did. Look, I know there's no legal way to stop World Marshal, but there has got to be an alternative to going on a rampage smack dab in the center of Denver.
No alternatives, Kev. I'm getting those kids out.
Raiden, that VR training, it's like what you did in Liberia?
Judging by what Sundowner said in Mexico? Yeah. That scientist called it the Sears program.
After ex-President George Sears, a.k.a. Solidus Snake.
Solidus Snake.
Ironic that kid shares
Президент.
his name. Solidus trained child soldiers in Liberia while working as a CIA paramilitary. It's not a happy memory. All the drugs, the non-stop violence, it destroyed my sense of judgment completely. I was made to kill soldiers, POWs, civilians.
Raiden.
The next thing I know, Jack's back. I thought it was all in the past, but there I am, attacking a child.
You didn't have any other choice. Other kids would have died.
That's not the problem. I lost my cool back there. All I could do was think how much I wanted that guy dead.
A lot of us would have done the same.
Even if it meant killing George?
He's not dead, though. Actually, he really digs his new body.
Either way, I'm shutting this program down. Maybe they've got it better than me. They don't actually have to kill anyone in reality. But they're still going through the motions, having it pumped straight into their senses, just like real life.
All right. Just give me a call if there's anything I can do.
Sure. Raiden out. So let me get this straight. All law enforcement in Denver's been subcontracted out to World Marshal?
Pretty much. It's part of Colorado's small government initiative. When you're tasked with slashing a state's budget, privatizing the police force starts to make sense. Detroit was kind of the pioneer there. Armstrong spearheaded the idea, of course, back when he was still in the state senate.
No surprise. But the police force isn't all cyborg, is it?
Nah, no way anyone could get funding for that. Most of them are unmodified. New recruits or veterans from the old Denver PD. They handle most of the basic police work, like street patrols and investigations. Most cyborgs are part of the SWAT unit. They're sent out to handle riots, violent crimes, stuff like that.
Makes sense.
They're given separate roles in the force, too. Some specialize entirely in combat, others handle things like hostage negotiations. Some of the combat specialists are ex-US Army.
Detroit become
But a lot of them are
human.
from overseas, too. A lot of them undergo the cyborg operation just to get a green card.
That
Жесть.
kind of thing must go over great with the anti-immigration movement.
You know it. A lot of folks wanted a blanket ban on hiring immigrants for the police force. They get a bad rep for those helmets, too. Can't see their faces. They're required to keep their face guards up if they're not actively on a mission, though. Thing is, we're starting to see a wave of violent cyborg crime across America, you know? The way the police see it, they need more cyborgs on the force to deal with that.
Hope they have enough cyborgs to deal with me.
Звучит жестко, то есть он как бы хочет их поубивать.
Right, how's the mechs? No headaches or anything?
No? Why do you ask?
You're in a high altitude zone, remember?
Oh, right. The Mile High City. Didn't think I'd have to worry about altitude sickness yet, though. You're checking my stats, right? Oxygen density's only 10% off normal. Body's still in the green.
Yeah, I'm watching. Just remember, it's definitely gonna feel a little different from sea level.
Copy. You know, I didn't realize how big Denver's gotten. It was never exactly small, I know, but it looks like it's really blown up these past few years.
It's a good place to live. The tech sector's booming, people are moving in, and unemployment's low too.
I always figured Colorado's more about military than anything else.
Originally, yeah. Denver, like Colorado in general, is filled with federal agencies and defense contractors.
And NORAD and Peterson Air Force Base are just a short drive away, right? Over in Colorado Springs.
And then there's all the nuclear facilities too.
Right. I remember hearing about the Rocky Flats plant.
Yeah, they manufactured the plutonium triggers that detonate nuclear bombs. It was shut down late last century for illegal pollution offenses. Of course, there's still a ton of military manufacturing activity going on in Colorado.
PMCs too, right?
Yep. PMCs like World Marshal. They've been on a buying frenzy, gobbling up a whole bunch of smaller outfits. That growth is what's enabled them to expand into the public sector. Their work in private policing has really boosted their profile.
I'm not necessarily against small government, but when you mix the public authority with private firms...
It never works out, yeah. This is probably obvious, but this police force is basically a full-on
Elite
army.
Dangerous.
Don't go easy on them.
Федерация.
Don't intend to.
Мы на высоте в милю? Что-то не сказал бы я. Да тут метров, ну, 200 может быть. 10% кислорода от нормы. Чего? Да, чё вы?
So there's one more of the winds, right? Besides Sundowner and Mistral.
Yeah, Monsoon. That is,
Муссон.
You can skip the part about the name. I know monsoons are seasonal winds in Asia.
the word actually refers to seasonal winds anywhere. But yeah, it's usually used to describe the winds that bring Southeast Asia most of its rain.
Safe to assume he's Asian then, right?
Yep. His roots are with a Cambodian organized crime syndicate.
Логично.
Not ex-military for a change. He's fluent in Khmer, Chinese, and English. Rumored to have been involved in drug and human trafficking.
So what's he doing with a PMC?
Apparently, he converted to a cyborg body after being wounded in a gang shootout. I don't know the full story, though. Maybe he just decided PMC works better than the mob. The two worlds are closer than you might think. Boris has got a lot of ex-military buds that now work for the Russian mafia.
И
I
наоборот,
guess either
наверное.
profession guarantees plenty of excitement if that's your thing.
Monsoon's no ordinary street thug, though. That much is clear from his record. And he was a master with the Psy even before he became a cyborg.
I think he's in Denver?
Probably, given that Desperado and World Marshal are basically one and the same. Careful down there. You okay, buddy? Looks like Wolf's posted some guidance data to your Soliton radar.
Все
Try following
самураи.
those markers.
Больше самураев, богу
You okay,
самураев.
buddy? Looks like try.
I heard what happened, Raiden. I don't know if I can offer much help, but at least I'm still here to save your data, okay?
Thanks. If things get bad, go ahead and delete it.
If worse comes to worse, I'll do it. But we're on an encrypted line, so we should be okay. Did you want to save?
I wanna save.
By the way, what did Boris mean when he said those brains were for medical purposes?
They're not just spare parts. Legally, they have human rights. They just don't have bodies. They aren't covered under the Arms Trade Treaty. They can even be legally adopted.
Adopted? They're brains.
Это люди.
Not as the law sees it. These are street kids after all. Most of them have no ID or papers whatsoever. Local mobs gather these kids up, declare them for adoption, and then send them off to a U.S. medical facility for treatment.
So you're saying Desperado didn't actually buy those kids? Directly, at least?
They're not stupid. Just evil. The basic idea is that the Mafia has these orphaned kids, and Desperado pulled their brains, right? Now they need treatment. So the Mafia sends them to the medical facility to get them new bodies.
A World Marshal medical facility.
One that only exists on paper. Once the brains cross the border, next stop is World Marshal HQ. The plan is to put them into factory bodies and assemble the cyborgs here in Denver.
Pretty convoluted process.
If there's a silver lining to all this, it's that the first brains only shipped a month ago. Doc confirmed that in the data he's collected. You can speed up the VR training process for AIs, but not with human beings. So it's likely none of the kids have completed training yet.
Thank God.
That training, though. Sorry. I should get back. We can talk later.
How about some talk?
Raiden, once you get those brains back, what are we gonna do with them?
Хороший
I
вопрос.
still gotta discuss that with Doc. He's still got the brains from Mexico, but the human rights group wouldn't take them in. It didn't sound like it was going too smoothly.
Yeah, that's what he told me too. I can understand the NGO's position, but these kids, they're completely helpless in all this.
Мозговый
I
трон.
know. We don't have nearly enough cyborg bodies for all of them. And if we want to give them child-sized bodies, they'd have to be almost entirely custom-made. For now, Doc's sending virtual environment data to their brains, just like their VR training. At least that should help cut down on their stress levels.
Yeah, but that only works up to a point, doesn't it? Doc said he can't simulate realistic human interaction with the tech we have right now. They must be lonely.
And they know lonely. None of them had families. That, or they were abandoned by them. For some of them, the real world might not be a whole lot different. You know what my childhood was like. I'd take life in an empty room by myself over that any day.
Raiden,
It's a work in progress for sure. But Doc will work something out.
Интернет, в котором никого кроме тебя нет.
so there's really no legal recourse to stop World Marshal here? We couldn't leak that video of Armstrong or something?
Boris, Kevin, and I talked this over already. Not gonna work. The media would never show it.
I guess not. That's why PMC started advertising so heavily all of a sudden, isn't it? so they could influence the media.
Yeah, PMCs don't have anything to sell to regular people, but that's not what those ads were for. It's a part of the aftermath of the Patriots' plan for manipulating the public. Restricting press access, allowing cross-ownership between media conglomerates. A media empire as iron-fisted as any other dictatorship.
So much for freedom of speech, huh?
Yeah, the Patriots are gone, but their effect still lingers. It's just too good a scheme for the government to get rid of.
Alright, so we can't go to the news. How about uploading it to some video site?
На
It'll
YouTube.
get buried in the noise. People fabricate videos all the time to discredit other groups and companies. But when it's bullshit the public wants to believe, then it spreads like wildfire. If they don't care, it doesn't get noticed, even when it's the truth.
Yeah. I
Справедливо.
guess videos aren't permissible as evidence in court either. Could the kids testify for us?
The only thing they know for sure is that they were tricked into coming here. I doubt many have even heard the name World Marshal before. No one can prove anything. The money's all been laundered. The courts can't do a thing.
So you're doing it by force instead.
Yeah. I'm not trying to kill any employees, though. Working for a company like this one's a crime, whether you know it or not. But I'm only after two groups here. The guys in charge, and their contractors.
I hear you.
Beyond that, whatever it takes to unplug that VR program permanently.
А что если такие программы изгонить еще?
What's up? No? Did you need anything else?
No, guess not.
No.
Just wanted to hear the sound of your voice.
Guess not.
Oh, save it for your wife, Raiden.
So how long can George use that medical body he's in right now?
Well, the body's full shelf life has yet to be proven, but with regular maintenance, I would imagine 10 years or more. However, this is also a child's model. It will need to be replaced as he grows mentally and emotionally. But things have come together pretty well overall.
Guess that's gonna be a problem, huh?
It will. Also, this is the only body of its type I could procure on such short notice. I'm afraid the other brains will have to make do with their VR environments for now.
Yeah. It just doesn't feel right that George gets the only body, though.
Well, it was you who implored do something for him, no? I assumed prioritizing him was called for.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, Doc. It was a pretty stressful moment.
We will have many more brains to watch over before long, I fear. Something I don't entirely mind, I should note. The more research subjects I have, the better. Still, some sort of decision regarding their long-term care shall have to be made soon. It will be some time before we're able to monetize any of this research, after all. As much as I might like to, I can't run this lab on good intentions alone, you know.
Yeah. We need to come up with something, and soon, for all our sakes.
We should be able to mass-produce child bodies in very short order, at least. By the way, I have a helicopter crew on standby to bring the brains back here should the need arise. I, too, will be departing in a little while.
Much appreciated, Doc.
Consider it an angel investment. Who knows what sort of new business I may be soon pioneering here.
Мне нравится, что у них объединяется мораль и прагматизм. То есть мы должны спасти этих детей. Но, чтобы, типа, обеспечить им, ну, нормальное проживание, да, реализацию, не знаю, их жизни вообще, нам нужны бабосы. Так что надо их исследовать, а потом монетизировать эти исследования. Да, логично. Нельзя быть просто святым.
Quick question, Doc.
Yes, right.
Doc, those kids, how are they feeling?
Oh, after the chloroform, you mean? No need to be concerned. Thanks to your quick actions, the effects have already dissipated.
Oh, good to hear. Why the hell were they using chloroform?
Да,
I
какого
thought they
хрена?
stopped using it as an anesthetic ages ago.
Correct. Sevoflurane or isoflurane are the preferred inhalation anesthetics today. However, chloroform is still quite useful as an organic solvent. In certain doses, mind you. Otherwise, as that cretin mentioned, it can be a bit dangerous.
It certainly turned out dangerous for him.
Yes. In any case, its properties make it useful for an assortment of applications. The chemical synthesis of medication, for example, or creating the coolant used in modern cryopreservers.
Fascinating.
Indeed. Well, Raiden, wonderful work. Had you waited any longer before breaking the glass, things might not have turned out as well as they did.
Он разбил стекло потом. Ему это точно помогло. Типа он растворил тело того чувака в хлороформе.
Quick question, Doc.
Yes, right.
Doc.
No need.
Why the? I thought
Correct. However,
it's fast.
indeed.
Fascinating.
I am setting goal mark. Use them to... I will...
Стальная бочка вместо коробки. О, ересь!
HQ, we could use some support. Roger that. Sending back up.
Ого. Это что за фигня? Летающий чувак на крыльях. Какова дистанция атаки и стелса? И он испарился. Ну, стелс-атака? Нет? Я все пытаюсь руки отрезать. А, тебя нельзя, да?
Yes. Ah, you make me proud.
Ой, да ладно, этого не можем прорезать. Нет, нет, это нельзя. Там сносить опоры зданий легко. И шоточку прорезать? Ты чё, Скэт? На решетке. Ну, привет. Ну да перепрыгни тут говно, давай! Да фак! Антивысокочастотный шок абсолютно защит. Ты шо? Ты шо? I've got another. О, там чуваки. Я так понял, сейчас к ним прибудем. Anyway. Вертолет там гоняют. А, это внутри здания, что ли? О.
Here comes another attack. Get off!
А, вы без пилотов, вы просто эти мехи. Here comes another attack. Тащи! Спасибо. Макака неостановимая. Какая макака? Say what? Макака. Матака.
Some things World Marshal does not appreciate.
You're on the company blacklist. We're here to check you off.
Oh, I see. And on the report, I got caught in the crossfire? Just a random casualty, is that it? Yeah, pretty much. All just part of the job. You understand. Fuck you! If you're gonna kill me, then do it! Do it! Ah!
Вот черт. Да нет, не голова. Ну ладно, у него подсвечивалась рука. Бедняга. Наверное, его можно было спасти. Давайте попробуем. Я попытался бы его спасти. Бам, бам, да, бам, бам. О! Я снова не успел. Да, снова не успел. Так, хорошо. Потому что я спалился. Ага. А и пофиг, полетел дальше. Да, что, нормально. Такая смешная походка.
Some things World Marshal does not appreciate.
You're on the company blacklist. We're here to check you off.
Oh, I see. And on the report...
Чё? Блин, а как его повешать-то? Может, кинуть их что-нибудь? Еще пускай как спасти на No Spoilers, говорит Слипман. Ну, я вот знаю, что что-нибудь кинуть у них дистанционно. Выстрелить из чего-нибудь, возможно. О, за меня ящик, кстати, был все это время. Шумовая граната. Может, опять физик-псих.
You're on the company blacklist. We're here to check you off.
Oh, I see. And on the report...
А чё он сдох-то? Слышь! Он же застанился, почему он сдох? Давай, рассказывай, Слипман, рассказывай давай. Как его спасти, если это возможно вообще? Казах достаточно не спалить 2016 года. Что, религия не позволяет? Или что вообще? Как это связано? Фред Гутман. Ими кидал в них фосфор на хз, может получиться, может нет.
Some things World Marshal does not appreciate.
You're on the company blacklist.
Get off!
Я понял. Все? А, вот.
Thank you. Oh God, thank you. Don't let those fuckers get away with this, okay? Thank you so much.
Ты спасешься же, да? Ну, видимо, да. Найс.
You cannot proceed any further via the rooftops. There is a freight railroad underground. The elevator ahead will take you to it.
Тоненький тайгу на стримах не видел, говорит Гудман. Вот, заказывают потихонечку в Столицах. Угу, я понял. Но я тоже не упаду, поэтому пофиг. Я практически уверен, что это не допрыгну. Можно и так. Радикально.
It would appear so. Likely part of Denver's old system. This city was a major transport hub in the early years of freight trains. This particular line appears to have been abandoned some time ago. It was originally constructed to transport supplies to an underground factory. But now, it seems even the electrical system is no longer functioning.
Yeah, it's pitch black in here.
As a cyborg, I trust this is not a serious concern.
Это да. Попал в черную Pitch Black, по-вашему, это попал в черную дыру? Обычно переводят как темно, хоть глаз выколи. Вот, чуваки тут ходят, кстати. Ты выпадаешь в фильм с Эдиком. Или с Мэтью МакКонахи. Alright, alright, alright!
They still have not noticed you. Do not expose yourself.
Но с пощадой. Он, кажется, что-то знает. Не видно песню уже кляфы. Ну, это если ругаться захотеть, казак, то да. Пекусы. О. Сквозь стену распилил. Упс. Ага, такие будут и в каме, да? Не вижу проблем в линзах. Как там? Стелс. Как вы там это писали это? Что мне с вами делать? Секундочку, ребят. Продолжаем. Metal Gear Online.
There is a maintenance shaft up ahead. Use it to return to the surface.
Хорошо. Это еще кто такой? Who the hell are you? Как бы чуваки сверху не упали. Твою мать, все-таки упал. Так. Колонна держится.
Activate the terminal.
Ха! Оп, и нету колонны. Вот так вот.
It would appear your only way forward is to return to the surface. You will exit into an evacuated commercial district. Security is heavy, but you need not worry about collateral damage when engaging the enemy.
About time. Finally, I can cut loose.
Proceed to the right from the exit. You will find a stairway on your right. Those stairs lead to a shortcut to World Marshal Headquarters. Do not be distracted by the advertisements. You are not here as a tourist.
Lol.
Sure. I'll just buy a quick souvenir or two for Rose, and that'll be it.
Raiden, we must hurry.
Remind me to teach you about sarcasm sometime.
I understand your attempts at humor. I simply do not find them entertaining.
Типа, я понимаю шутки, твои шутки просто плохие. Смешанная реальность, о да.
Right, you have almost reached World Marshal Headquarters.
Это было быстро. Ругается-то как. Да, я это сделаю, не боись. Еще и выстрел под конец. А вода не пойдет, нет? Ну да, в сделку не входила. А куда ты? Сиди в коробке. А вот почему говорит товарищ, ты-то не Борис? Видимо, это какая-то часть корпоративной культуры. A Taste of Denver. Райден крадется. Крадется. Хонкер сдастый. Кажется, что-то заподозрил. Прогуливается такой патруль с РПГ. Ничего необычного. Какой контакт? Все, ты готов. Окей, я понял. А можно это? Не... Да, как бы перестать прыгать. Фиксации камеры нету, и боль просто идет. Класс. Да ё-моё! Хватит бегать от меня! Проблема-то в камере!
That's my boy.
Вот молодец.
Isn't this all a bit much? Maybe this lunatic would have quit after Mexico.
Jetstream Sam.
I heard you chopped the lab director in half. Old habits die hard, eh, Jack? But now here you are. The child soldier. Fighting for the children. Please. What do you really expect to accomplish here?
А не паливали он так сами болтает?
You're to a bunch of brains. And what? Earn a medal? Think about it, Jack. No matter how many Mexican kids we cut or Africans we bury, the first world looks away. No one gives a shit. Not the media, not the politicians, certainly not the average Joe. Too busy fretting for money or sex, religion, fame.
Что это за звук? А, типа везде эти вырубает. Экраны, я понял.
My sword is a means to an end. To protect those you'd prey on.
Really? Let me ask you. All those cyborgs you've killed up to now, maybe they weren't kids, but they were people. You ever think about them? When you're chopping them into hamburger?
They're adults. They made their choice.
Sure they're adults. Sure they signed up for this. Right on the dotted line of their PMC contract. Usually they're no strangers to war. In fact, many times they already lost a limb or two. Many times they were out of work and starving on the street. So yes, they sign up for surgery to fight God knows where. How else would you provide for your family when your country's embroiled in civil war? Pain receptors shut down, pumped full of fear-inhibiting nanomachines and sent right into the blender? Your blender? But they made their choice, right? Open your eye and see, Raiden.
I've seen plenty.
Then listen. Those battlefield emotions that the nanos suppress. Listen to them.
What are you talking about?
Shh.
There he is! Kill him! Can we take him? What's wrong? The way he killed all the others? Oh, God. Please, God, don't let me die. Let's do this! This isn't fair. Little punk.
Listen closely now.
Die! This life. I watched my wife and son die. This is all I had left. You ain't shit!
Вот, прямо работники месяца.
Goddamn, I need just my leg. I needed a job. I didn't know what I was signing up for.
Типа чувак по психосоматике нашей давит.
Is something the matter, Raiden?
Короче, мы въелись в Райнера из Атаки Титанов.
I've nearly saved enough to bring Mama to the States. Finish him off! Whatever it takes to be free of this torture. Stop it! What am I even fighting for?
Это Архимедр. Iron Machine Sun. P20 Smith.
Raiden, are you injured?
I thought they had a choice. A fair choice. Not like you.
People are different.
У них, в общем-то, есть выбор, все равно так или иначе.
You're all the same, huh? You and your brothers. Manipulating mankind for our own good.
It appears my statement has upset you. I apologize.
No, it's... I know you're right.
As for AIs, we adapt as we learn. Just as any intellect operates, man or machine, altering the course of mankind is not among my defined directives.
I guess that's a relief.
Samuel's behavior does not match established parameters.
You know him?
Affirmative. We served together on 3 previous missions.
Через Space Run будет. Пока не планируется.
You think highly of him?
I have always found
Но не знаю, может быть.
dependable. Until now. Scouting data for the next area. I'll patrol ahead. You follow.
Нос! Сейчас бы наномашинц.
Raiden, your current emotional state appears highly volatile. I am sure you do not intend to abort the mission, but I suggest you avoid combat for the time being.
Всех. Сек. Типа эта битва нас подкосила. Без палева. Слова Сэма. Ну, да, да. Да, это умно придумали. Emotional damage. Вам не кажется, что надо было тревогу стыгерить? Просто пришли все остальные, а то, ну, как бы, типа, вы, по сути, все только со мной воюете. Я вот один. Ну да, ладно, ладно, это было бы слишком умно.
And when war was
Да я понял, парирования у нас нету больше. А вон и Сэм идет, кстати.
Not so black and white now, is it? Is your cause just? Or is that just what you tell yourself? Fuck you!
Спешный ППК.
Опа.
Опа.
My name is Monsoon, of the winds of destruction.
Окей.
I guessed as much.
А Сэм где? Круто, круто. А, вот он. Выглядит ненадежно.
Feasting on the insides of your enemies? How easily you ignore the loss of life when it suits your convenience.
А просто по-другому резать.
So tell me, who saves the weak from the man who saves the weak?
You're the ones exploiting them. You take advantage of their weakness. Of course they get hurt when you set them up as your human shield.
Kill or be killed, Jack. Phnom Penh taught me that.
Phnom Penh. Я уже не помню, кто это.
War is a cruel parent, but an effective teacher. Its final lesson is carved deep in my psyche. That this world and all its people are diseased. Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. We're all hormones, controlled by something greater. Means. The DNA of the soul.
Ты напал сейчас, окей?
They are the culture. They are everything we pass on. Expose someone to anger long enough, they learn to hate. They become a carrier. Envy, greed, despair, all means, all passed along.
How about full of shit? Is that a meme?
You can't fight nature, Jack. Wind blows, rain falls, and the strong prey upon the weak. Sam tells me you see your weapon as a tool. Something that saves lives. A means of justice. Now there's a pretty meme. Exquisite. It spared you the burden of all the lives you've taken. Absolved you of guilt when you enjoyed it.
Мемасики.
That is until the illusion was broken. Don't be ashamed. It's only nature running its course. You have no choices to make.
Эти все философские диалоги, да.
You can die with a clear conscience.
О нет, Рафаэль.
You're right. About me, I mean. I knew something was off. After the Patriots, I thought I could walk off the battlefield and into a normal life. But here I am, surrounded by death, arguing philosophy with terrorists. I told myself this was about justice, about protecting the weak.
Что ж, лица, грустно.
Then you admit it.
I learned young that killing your enemies felt good. Really good. In America, my friends, my family, they helped me forget the devil inside. But who am I kidding? I was born to kill! The bit about my sword, that means of justice stuff, I guess I needed something to keep the Ripper in check when I was knee-deep in bodies.
You?
But you, All this is a wake-up call to what I really believe. What I really am.
What are you saying?
I'm saying Jack is back.
Ну, фиг ли вы меня спровоцировали-то?
Doctor, turn off my pain inhibitors.
What? This is madness. You
do it.
All right.
Pain. This is why I fight.
Все Райден должны себе меч вытаскивать, да?
This is my normal. My nature.
You've lost your mind.
Who's next?
I'll take this dance. No, sir. Report back to the chief. He's mine. You're the boss. I misjudged you. You are like us after all.
Now you're just being nasty. That nickname you love so much. Want to know how I got it? Actually, why don't I give you a demonstration? I think it's time for Jack to let her rip.
У нас FC полная, смотрю. Только толку-то от него. Понятно, так уж не делать. Пока или пока что. Что ж. А можно не бегать вокруг? Камера самая слабая часть этой игры, пожалуйста. Ты чё, колдун? Кажется, он колдун. Да, блин, я не понимаю. Вот здесь локамера на враге, вообще не знаю, кого стыгерить. Ну да, ему это наплевать как бы. Да, и что делать, спрашивается. На правый стик нажми. Да не работает, нифига правый стик. Я что, в первую очередь же это попробовал. Да, во всех нормальных играх это лог камеры. Но в нормальных играх, а здесь этого нет. Ну как-то ему насрать. Потрясающая битва. О, разок попал. Да можно на него, пожалуйста! Игра! Ну, что получаем вместо ТРБ. Ну, чуть нифига. Или это оно и есть. Ну и вот, все, он исчезает. И чё? Толку-то? Очень полезные лог-камеры, которые не лог-камеры. Ну, залочился. Да, потрясающе залочился. О, смотрите-ка, отошел. Да что я делаю-то надо с тобой? Я не понимаю эту битву. Что я делаю? Пытаюсь парировать, пытаюсь понять, ни хрена не работает. Его не будет, мором надо бить. Но сейчас, да, до этого он только от него и ловил урон. Утопию смерти. Вообще, наверное, гранат неспроста дают. Я никак не могу эту атаку прервать.
This can't be happening. Raiden? Raiden!
I hope you choke! Does it hurt? Give it up!
Круто, чё, я так не могу.
This one's on me! Batman rules! I have won this!
Ты можешь с ним поболтать посреди битвы.
Raiden, watch for Monsoon's magnetic ability. He uses those scythes to manipulate almost anything. The larger the object, the harder it will be to avoid. Better to cut them in blade mode.
Окей.
Enough, Raiden. It's time to focus.
Raiden? You okay?
Never better, Kev. This guy was a wake-up call is all.
But you...
We'll talk later. Right now, it's time for Monsoon and Jack the Ripper to get acquainted.
Right. He's using RP grenades. You can't see through that smoke, even with enhanced AR. Be careful.
Да, это совет, спасибо.
You can't...
Raiden? Are you alright?
Not now, Courtney. You're about to see the Ripper in action.
Okay. But you called me. On the codec? Did you want to save, or...? Alright. Save complete.
No turning back now. Just how I like it. I'm gonna enjoy this.
A truly fascinating cyborg. Remarkable limb detachment technology. Perhaps you'd benefit from such an ability, Raiden?
Yeah, not interested.
Ah, don't be so dismissive. Just consider it. With the right tactics, it could prove quite useful.
Sure, but, you know, I just don't think I could ever get used to it.
No? Indeed, I suppose detaching parts of your body would be quite a shock to the somatosensory system.
Yeah, that too.
Да, дело в соматической системе.
Raiden, this is most irregular.
Humans are irregular, Wolf. You should know that by now. Anyway, no time for chit-chat. I need you to scout out that building.
Understood. Raiden.
Human, anyway, I need...
Monsoon can magnetically attract objects to use as weapons. But do not panic. Simply activate blade mode and cut through whatever he throws your way. Monsoon, but...
Удобно. А как выбрать автоматическое? Ну и чё, он сквозь стену стреляет, зашибись. Окей, понял. Я уже пробовал слипнуть, что-то не работает. Да, я не успел. Ну и вот, ты чё? Куда он бросил? А можно? Нет, нельзя. Таки... Да, станлоки, конечно, вообще лучше. Что я делать-то должен с этой атакой, блин? Я пытаюсь парировать, я не понимаю, когда ее надо парировать. Потрясающий босс. Сандауна, здравствуйте. Hello. Да я нажал же, даже звук был! Что, с его ногами делать, я вообще без понятия. Да!
So this is Jack's terrifying true form.
Конечно. Что я должен с ним делать? Подняться, видимо. Я не вижу ни хрена из-за камеры божественной опять. Меня в углу зажал. Не особо кьют. Ну еще говна поем, Инверпик. Боже, какая унылая игра. Да, тут я виноват. Окей.
Don't be ashamed. It's only nature running its course. Your means end here.
No, I passed one to you. Sure as the sun.
Рост 202 сантиметра. Режим потрошителя. Окей.
Right in?
I'm fine, Kevin. Relax. I'll get the brains. I don't want this for anyone else.
All right, man.
Later.
Джин, здравствуйте. Понятно, Бэрпик. Очень интересно. Сай антиутопия. Давай, чё. Питает от силы Лоренца. Согласно правилам руки Флеминга, эта сила генерируется магнитным полем, созданным телом киборга, и электрическим током, протекающим через Сай, разработана после тщательного анализа боевых данных Муссона. На геймпаде, говоришь, да. Это ничего толком не объясняет из механики зажатого формата. Мне от этого легче, что из зажатого формата? Нет? Мне плевать, почему ничего не объясняет. Мне это не нравится. Звучит весело. Так. Создаем все, но все осталось только топливные элементы качать. Ну как скажете, мы сейчас заканчиваем. Не имеет значения, чего там качаем, не качаем. Нам полное напряжение как бы не заказано, поэтому... That's it.
I'm impressed. The brains are in the server room undergoing training. Knock yourself out. Go nuts.
Где там человек? Не, скорее всего, голограмма.
I'm sorry, sir. Our business hours for the day have ended. We are looking forward to your next visit.
Да, походу. Ну что ж. Ребят, забейте, расслабьтесь. Еще раз, я не собираюсь пустить фигу полностью. Александр тут пару спинов ради вивастности заказал и все, и that's it. Спасибо, что смотрели. Это был Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Не моя игра, откровенно говоря. Герой Меча и Магии 5. Поехали. Стоп-старт. Да. Герой Меча и Магии 5. Пара-па-па-пи-пу-пам, пи-па-пу-пи-да-пу-пи-пам, папу-пи-пам.